competing on. Presented by Toyota, the map set, starting off with Nepal, our control map.
I love control maps, and I love Nepal as a
Hammer. Probably feeling a little frustrated he can't throw the hammer, you know, at the far up, but then how's he gonna get it back? Whoa, Booba! Already opening up strong. Fusions lets his shield down for a second and gets blown up. This is gonna get a bit rough now for Boston. They don't have any way to mitigate this damage.
A very good play on the Hammond there, but now he might get focused down, but Justice range from above. That is a very fast ultimate from our boy Jake, able to take down two. And even though Boston captured first control at this point, you see it ticking up, it seems like Houston should be able to regain control.
Wow, even throwing in the barrier here. Kelix wanting to really put the fight to him. Still tough for them to eliminate these big beefy tanks, but the focus fire is good. Jake and Muma finding the 2 kills. The supports are out of it, and Fusions looking to take her long. Well, there it is, the ride down to the bottom.
It's active, and then barrage over top and just rain justice all over.
There it is, perfect positioning from Dante. One of the best Sombras in the league, gets the follow-up, hack on. No, it's just a tin can. They're gonna crack him open. He's out of it. And just like that, Houston Outlaws looking Pin's gonna go crashing into each other. Boston Uprising have adjusted. We've got a Winston in play now, but we've also got a Winston on Uma. And just taking the fight straight to him. Axiom dropping dangerously low, kept alive by his healers, but now AimGod is gonna get focused. And Uma just cleaning up right in the back line. 3 kills for the tank.
There's a reason we highlighted Muma on the pre-show here. It's because he's one of the best main tanks.
At the top of the screen, that ultimate ability, what these teams are building up to, these big team fight abilities are ready to be used. And Dante already throwing it out. Grab in play. Dante gonna find the kill on Kelix. Dante follows as well. 2 support dead for Boston right out the gates. And this is the big moment now for Houston. If they can just clean up quick, they flip the point, and Houston Outlaws now the ones to pick up this first map. Can they get back in time? Note is gonna be trying to touch the point, and he's a second too late. Houston Outlaws with an excellent start. 2-0.
Also has shown some flexibility in his ability to play over to Zarya. Matt is one of the players who actually started.
Crack open a 6-pack over here on Boston's side of things. 6 ultimates online. Now they have a huge advantage going into this next fight. 4 of them for Houston, but Lynx is still a little ways off. Grab is gonna get thrown in here. Only gonna catch Muma. Muma gonna get panned, but he's gonna survive it. Dante can't say the same for him. He gets blown up. The combo self-destruct works out, and now Boston once again have that edge, have the advantage in the situation.
Boston has invested a lot of their ultimates, but they do end up winning the fight. I think the big question for Houston is, if we lose one player, do we still go in? Because you promise. It's all right.
It's a shape. It's a shape, and it happens to be on the ground. That's where they need to push that limousine. But the fight's going to kick off now. Dante looking for an angle with his grab. Could try and get them all together. Does not want it to get eaten by the D-Matrix, though. That's going to be what he's trying to focus on here. Just trying to survive. Just going to throw it into the chaos, but Trance is there from Raucus. Will find the combo. Boom, Matt, blowing up range. And there's the fight paying off for Houston. But look at everything. Make sure that his ultimate does not go to waste. So far, Houston doing a good job of pushing Boston back. Down barriers thrown in, the shatters as well. This is gonna turn into all chaos. They're all over the place. Raucus with the trance, trying to keep his teammates alive. And Dante finally finding the opening here for the grab. Can they execute on the combo? Doesn't look like it. Raucus gets the D-Mech on Note, but then the shatter comes through. Note is vulnerable, but he's still gonna survive. And Axiom as well, but not for long. Fusions will find the kill on point, but we're traded. Axiom is out of it.
Fusions charges across the map.
Right now, Houston are a tough bunch to kill. They do not want the fall here. Boston Uprising still pressing forward. Fusions has the Earth Shatter online, decides to throw it out. Looks like he found a couple targets as well. The grab is in the fight, but it's countered out by Kumat. Self-destruct point by Fusions, and Kelix are dead. And this should be it. Houston now in an excellent position to hold. It's not looking like the fight to him.
Might as well. It's really good defense by Boston and not give them anything to look at the high ground. They're going to take the other high ground as well. In any Art of War or battle, high ground still really, really important, as both teams still not getting any kills just yet. A little battle of attrition thus far.
Great defense there from Kelix with the boop. Maybe he was still on cooldown though, because Dante is going to find the kill on him. One of the supports dead. This is exactly what happened to Houston Outlaws on the defense to kick things off. Now it's about Houston just keeping it together. AimGod gonna throw the trance in. Lasse as well with the rally, overlapping on the support ultimates. Axiom has got the grabs, and this is gonna be grab on grab action. Self-destruct in the doorway, trying to push it around, and Fusions is gonna go up. Houston Outlaws doing everything right so far on the off.
A little bit of an issue with Note, not using it in combination with other ultimate abilities.
Got it thrown out. Looked like it found one, but the bubbles are there. Rocket's still gonna find the kill on Blase. We got the grab thrown out as well. No follow-up, and here's Houston's grab getting into the mix. Boston getting pinned to the payload, and Boston
Sides with the defense. And again, Houston is on the offense trying to push, and they've just got a strange positioning here.
Well, sound barrier thrown out now from Lucio. Boink gonna keep his team up. Rallies used as well on both sides. There's the grab thrown out. We're just gonna have counter on counter here. Self-destruct is in. Beautiful play from Fusions. Eliminates Muma's shield, and that's gonna equal a kill. Houston Outlaws getting sent back to spawn, and Boston Uprising Outlaws facing off. They've got a few more ultimates to work with here from check marks. Boston Uprising, though, going to be looking to make something happen, and they are going to get brought in. The big move from Matt again! Finding kills with the self-destruct. Axiom and Blaze out of it. Kelix as well. I mean, right now we're just seeing a superior level out of Cool Matt. The Cool Matt Muma combo is working so well for him. Defense is there to keep him alive. Raucus, always Johnny on the spot with that one. Kelix, however, will get caught out in the open, and that's not going to help things. Shatter thrown in by Muma. He's got the shield up as well to dodge the self-destruct. And Boston Uprising now on a knife's edge. Looking dangerous.
Uh-oh.
Grab is not going to help things. The shield was there to protect the team, however, and Boston still fighting. But Houston, they've got a huge advantage now with the sound barrier thrown in. They're going to survive this, and they will succeed in picking up the second point.
Cool Matt able to use his defensive matrix to eat the graviton of the opposing team.
Falls back. Good information gained here for Houston. They know what the setup is going to be, and Boston not wasting any time at all, diving right into this fight. Shatter into the back line, looking to capitalize on it. They did manage to catch Blase out of position. Linkser finding 2 kills for Houston.
Now there's a trade though, his point goes down, but now Houston cleans up the rest as Linkser.
And so far, Boston looking very tight on this defense.
Now it's time to get kills of your own and push them all the way back to spot. Here comes AimGod yet again, takes down Dante. The Shatter connects though, we'll see if they can clean it up.
Oh, monster Shatter from Muma, takes AimGod for a ride that he didn't enjoy. Muma just trying to pound him into pace, and he's gonna do just that. Another kill for him. Axiom fighting back on Boston's side, but Houston, they've got 5 bodies alive right now on this point. Need to keep it clean though. Sound barrier is in. Boink doing a good job of keeping his teammates up, and Boston Uprising right now, it's all just about the contest. Do not let that payload move into the rectangle.
Shatter comes down, doesn't connect with a whole lot, so they have to follow it up with the graviton. They're all sitting there, just shoot at him. Fusion's able to find one huge defender's advantage on these last points as the respawn point right behind him, and Boston is gonna hold on.
How is it that Fusions lives for that long? They're still so low though on the Boston side, but the Reses are coming back into it. They're respawning, and it's looking good now for Boston. Self-destruct, the victory is there, and Boston Uprising will win the second map in this series, tying it up 1-1.
You always feel really good heading in. Are available to start running damage-dealing comps and kind of interesting things right there. So you know pretty ultimate abilities coming online. There's no hurry for Boston to take it. Another interesting angle of approach as they've now established a presence on the point.
Primal is in, Muma's there, trying to get that, exactly that Ryan out of position. The Shatter doesn't connect with anybody, thrown out there by Fusions. There's the grab, getting chucked into the fight. Axiom trying to find an opening, and Muma will get blown up by Note. Note finding the success on the self-destruct, and that's gonna be big. Axiom just blazing away now in the chaos. The self-destruct gets thrown in by Boink. Rox has already used his trance, but the rally is online for Linkser. Still, there's going to be some real progress made here for Boston Uprising. 1 tick picked up, should not be picking up a second, although they might. 2 ticks picked up, and now it's on Houston to get in here.
Self-destruct over the top. Houston trying to bring this one back. They try to get the charge and self-destruct combination. However, Axiom continues his reign of dominance here. That 1 kill on the Fusions, though, keep that in mind, might be enough. And now with Axiom falling.
So let's see, are they going to be able to get the job done here? We've got Grab coming online here for Axiom. He knows where the Diva is. He knows that the Diva is totally out of position on the other side of the point. So he's going to go ahead and commit. Counter grab getting thrown into it. Self-destruct as well. Ultimates all thrown in wholesale here from both teams. And Fusion's getting overwhelmed. Houston Outlaws looks like they'll hold.
Bit of a rough fight there for Boston as they committed some of their very valuable resources into that lost fight. They really like taking this angle. They took the platform on the way in. Let's take a look at these Shatters, see if Fusion can hit a big one.
Yeah, it's about finding that angle. If they can knock him out of position, self-destruct is there. Grab gets thrown in as well here on the Houston Outlaws side. Cool Matt going to not find the kill, but Linkser still manages to remove Note. Cool Matt getting overwhelmed as well, and now that's going to be the delayed grab thrown in here from Axiom. No big follow-up to it, but some decent damage getting dealt. Fusions with the shatter on one. They're finding some kills here, Boston Uprising, but will it be enough? Still 3 players alive for Houston Outlaws. They're going to be able to draw this out a little bit longer.
Blue in the entire left side of the kill feed means Boston is winning this fight handily. Only a little bit more percentage to get the final completion on this point as well. Now stalling tactics are coming in. You see Houston changing heroes to heroes that are ultra fast, ultra quick. 1 minute and 9 seconds, his average ultimate charge time.
He's a monster. This is what we expected to see. Dante about to get the grab online. He knows the node is turned the other way. We're going to get the shatter in, though. Big one getting thrown into it. And the grab follow-up as well. Self-destruct straight on the point. And the shield is going to be there to save the Boston Uprising, but they are dropping dangerously low. Not, however, the case for Houston Outlaws. They're dead. 3 of them. Again, pushing on to the point. Second point now for them. So let's see how they're going to get it done. Now he's grab angled there, thrown in by Axiom. Muma getting taken for a ride. He gets a bubble, so he will survive. And the sound barrier is there as well, but the focus fire too good. Fusions, he can't survive. Nearly had a shatter online as well. Good start shaping up here for Houston Outlaws. They just need to find another kill here to perhaps start that snowball rolling down the hill.
They're starting to get to their ultimate abilities. It started out, I thought it was just going to be like a bunt kind of play for Houston, but they found themselves a couple kills. Now they're committed. Now they're into it. However, they lost a couple.
Houston have got a couple of ults online now, so it's about getting this shield down so that Muma can get an angle for the shatter. That big stun can really turn the tide. They're going to cut him off. Blase getting caught out in the open. Not going to help things. The grab gets thrown in, and the shatter cancels. Muma just throwing it out there, and that's going to wreck the rest of his team.
They're committed, but Muma's down. That's a really big loss. The only loss so far, though, for the...
Both got their ultimates. This is just going to be a big, chaotic ult fiesta. All the teams, all the tools, everything getting thrown into this. Who's going to come out on top? Who is going to flinch first? Raucus kicking it off with a kill on Fusions. Isn't going to help things here for Boston. No kills with the self-destruct. Nope, going to throw in one of his own, though. And there it is. Muma is out of it. Quick res, though, for him. He should be able to find his way back in here, but Boston still finding the kills. Not giving up just yet.
Note is on the heavy carry, but Fusions comes back in. He died early in the fight, and now he's back. They're swinging away, trying to get as much progress.
For his ult, so it's slow burn on his side of things. Linkser, I like it. Clever angle, and he reaps the rewards. Headshot on Axiom to kick things off. And the follow-up on Note. There we go. You can look for the combos, or you can just hit people in the face. Linkser doing work right now. Fusions doesn't know which way to face. He's gone. Linkser once again. Or Pulse Bomb not going to connect. Now they have nothing really to work with on the ult front. Instead, it's Boston Uprising, not wasting any time, committing to Sound Barrier, taking advantage of these ultimates that they do have. And now Aim God's got the trance as well. It's going to be so difficult to kill off anybody on Boston. Houston Outlaws, they're on the edge of losing it, Hex.
These Uprising supports have done such a great job of keeping each other alive and using the abilities at the right time. You use Sound Barrier to make sure your Zenyatta stays alive. He stays alive. He's going to have Transcendence if he needs. Everybody on Boston's playing pretty well.
So there we have it, Dorado. Potentially the final map.
From there, Dante's Graviton is up for the Houston Outlaws. Can be a game-winning kind of ultimate.
And he throws it right into the doorway. Fusion's caught out in the open, cut off from Aim God. He will get overwhelmed. Great focus fire here from the Outlaws. And that's the strong start to the fight. That's exactly what they were looking for here. 2 minutes, 51 seconds on the clock for Boston into a wall. There are different entry points here now that the payload has made it past the arch, but Muma's there to cut them off, at least in the doorway. Still, they're going to go for it. 9-0 boost in. Muma going to become a very tough target to kill, looking to do as much damage as possible. He will survive for now. The grab gets thrown in here by Axiom. Cool Matt will be the first to die. Sound Barrier thrown in from Kelix as well, just making sure that his teammates have that extra health. And the grab gets thrown in by Dante now, but there is no real follow-up apart from Muma, but he's going to just tickle him. That's not going to be good enough. And it's looking like Boston now could make some more progress.
That should have been a defining grab as well, because Aim
Get it done. No, surviving, taking a little bit of damage to kick things off. Cool Matt's got the ult. Dante not quite up to the grab just yet, but it's only a moment's time before he's going to get it. And this is the question, does he throw it out immediately or not? Already ult's getting thrown into the fight. Dante finds the kill on Fusion, point blank. Muma, however, caught in the corner, dropping dangerously low, going to get cut off from his team. And now Dante just going to go into the mix. Kelix and Note, everybody on Boston getting in on this fight.
Damage becomes very visible.
Now it is. Grabs in nades as well. Blase really trying to capitalize on this. He's going to be able to keep his tank alive, though. Note hanging on by a thread. Gets topped up. Sound barrier thrown in here by Boink as well, and it's just a chaos. Ult getting thrown in left and right. 2 kills coming through from Boink. Getting it in, but Lynx are going to get overwhelmed. The focus is solid on Boston's side as well. Lynx are dead, means that it's looking like Houston Outlaws will have to back off. 3.5 minutes still on the clock.
That is the stabilizing fight that Boston needed through a lot of resources.
Not going to work out, and that was the case there on the second point defense. Dante, however, from on high, looking for the EMP. Gonna find it. That's going to open things up here for the Houston Outlaws. Immediately finding the kill on Fusions. The follow-up hack on Kellex. He's no good. Should be dying, but his team, Blase too good at keeping him up. Not going to let him die for free.
This is a Houston 1 fight as well. They use EMP early on.
Here, as you can see, Dante looking for that high-value target. Aim God would be pretty good. Yep, goes straight for Aim God. Eliminates him immediately. Does not get the follow-up hack, but the kills are coming through here for Houston Outlaws off the back of it. The self-destruct kill on Kellex. And Boston Uprising, it's looking like this is where it's going to end for them.
We do have a self-destruct on the point, trying to remake. Rock is glowing with that nano on him, trying to get as much damage done as humanly possible. Being really annoying are the Boston tanks, who somehow just won't die when they buy enough time for their team to reinforce.
Sound barrier thrown in, gonna make it tough for Houston to die at this point. Raucus on that high ground, chucking in the orb. Self-destruct kill on Fusion, that's big. Boston Uprising still battling back, though, with a follow-up EMP from Dante. A couple of them hacked. They have to play careful on Boston's side. Houston doing a good job of keeping it together.
There's no way that Boston's able to pull this one back. I'm surprised they've been in the fight this long as well. They've got a Hammond on the cart trying to stall out, but without kills, it's going to be over. Yet another nano boost comes in on Muma.
It's been bonkers how fast these ults been coming online for both of these teams, but certainly this has got to be it. Houston Outlaws, they need to get the kill on Kellex, who's playing clever, hiding behind the cart. Note trying to boost his way back into the fight as well. Finally, Kellex goes down, and that will be it.
Going to be playing against each other, but a big shatter from either side concealing.
Oh, what a monster EMP! They're gonna get wiped out, Boston. They tried to get aggressive and run right in on Houston, but Dante punishes them. The whole team collapses on the defense, and Houston Outlaws now, it's looking like we're gonna get a map 5, Hex.
EMP makes all things possible. EMP's the opposing tank. Shield drop, shatter down, wins the fight. So environmental kills can be something that we'll see on Ilios for sure. Hopefully we get to see some of those colloquially.
Now it's just about who's going to flinch, who's going to make the mistake that's going to cost them. Well, we talked a little bit about this, you know, Boston lacking a little bit of experience here on the main stage, whereas Houston, it's a team of veterans. Houston perhaps counting on that to win out, but the Note has got something to say. Muma and Rock is dead.
So far, better trades for Boston to be able to take on those key biggers. 3 on the point, they're trying to get the progress done and take control of the point, start counting up percentage, but Boston has something else.
Figure out if they can get in here, and then Muma gets bored with all that story. He decides he wants to smack somebody in the face with his hammer, and there it is. Dante just throwing out the grab. Trances through, however, from Aim God, keeping his teammates alive. Raucus is dead, and Muma just decides to go for the hero shatter. That's not gonna work. Boink eliminated, and Boston hold. Raucus is gonna have to play catch up, and Raucus, he gets clipped down to half HP. That's gonna be Boink committing in with the sound barrier. Counter sound barrier coming through. Axiom, however, his grab gets eaten up by Cool Matt. Big ultimate thrown out the window for nothing.
Meanwhile, though, Boston's still accruing percentage on the point. If they win this fight, they very well will take the stage. Now back and forth. Boink is going to knock Aim God over the edge, and Houston might just have the horses to finish out this capture.
Oh, he gets the knee back on him. Okay, then, no. Never give up. Possible, though, by the looks of things, and the rally is out for Linkser, beefing up the rest of his team. Shatter not going to find anybody. Kellex actually going to get focused, but he should not die. Cool Matt not going to be able to confirm that kill. Cool Matt, you got to watch your back. You got to watch the rest of your team. They're all dying. Boston Uprising right now looking fantastic.
Kellex going to
present itself.
So tense right now. Aim God's trying to stay as far away from his team as possible in case they get shattered. Here comes the Graviton. Is there any follow-up for it?
Counter grab gets thrown in. Transcendence thrown into the mix as well by Raucus, trying to keep his teammates up. The sound barrier is up as well. Kellex going to counter that with the sound barrier of his own. This is all about timing. Both of the Rhines out of the fight. Fusion didn't even get to use his shatter. So they're both out of the mix. 5 on 5 right now. Still The fight continues with the supports so good right now, keeping their team up. Dante still looking for an angle to make the grab work, and exactly hides it behind the pillar. Gonna bring a couple targets into it, and Axiom, the focus fire is too good. He can't survive. Houston Outlaws now with the edge.
The longer, slower, more drawn out this fight is, the happier Boston is, because they are in control of the point right now. You look at that percent, keeps going up. Boston's happy to just hang out and trade all day.
They're doing a great job of stalling this out. 81% and counting now for Boston up. Houston Outlaws to keep contesting it. Houston Outlaws going to try and draw this out as best they can. There's the grab, self-destruct, thrown right above it. No, going to be looking for the bubble. He's only going to find Linkser. Good timing there from Raucus and everybody involved. Boink as well, keeping his team alive, but Muma's going to get pinned up against the wall. The sound barrier from Kellex just making it too hard to take down the Boston Uprising. Boston Uprising right on the edge now of flipping the point. They're doing the best they can to stall it out, Houston, but it's not going to be good enough. 90% now for Boston Uprising. Match point.
Can Houston even get back to touch the point? There is a Brigida rotating around that I don't think they saw. Going to get on the point. Fusions is up front to stop everybody else, but that's it! Boston Uprising pulls off Ilios, pulls off Map 5, pulls off the victory over the Houston Outlaws.